The change from Donald Trump to Joe Biden comes at a critical time when Kenya and the U.S. are negotiating the terms of a free trade area. If it sees the light of day, it will be the first such arrangement between the U.S. and a sub-Saharan African country. What does the future of bilateral trade ties look like for the two countries in view of the incoming administration? Julian Zaboko takes a look.
With trade flows valued at just over 100 billion shillings, Kenya has a lot to gain or lose depending on who assumes the office of the President of the United States. This bilateral ties gained currency when outgoing U.S. President Donald Trump and his Kenyan counterpart Uhuru Kenyatta kick-started negotiations towards the establishment of a free trade area, the first such relationship between the U.S. and a sub-Saharan African country.
Kenya and the United States of America have today formally entered into negotiations that will culminate in a historic free trade agreement, which will allow duty-free access for Kenya into the U.S. market.
With the change of guard in the U.S., however, some pundits see the likelihood there could be a slowdown in engagement such as the free trade area, which has been argued to be skewed in favor of Kenya at the expense of other countries in the region.
What Trump has started doing here was very dangerous because they have singled out Kenya and they completely ignored the rest of East African community. If you look at our trade deals right now, we benefit more from trading with the East Africa community than we're trading with the U.S.
At this point, Joe Biden's policy on Africa doesn't give much on what direction it is likely to point over the next 4 years. The policy is anchored on 3 pillars, namely asserting America's commitment to shared prosperity, peace and security in Africa, restoring and reinvigorating diplomatic relations with African governments and institutions such as the African Union, and finally, continuing with the Young African Leaders Initiative. Foreign policy pundits are calling for the development of a robust policy defining Kenya-US relations, which will transcend changes in administration.
The point is for us is to look at this relationship from a reciprocal standpoint. And we need to spell it out in a very clear short-term and long-term policy, irrespective of who come to the White House.
Julian Amboko, NTV.